Okay. Mr. Williams, given your various visits to Afghanistan, given your detailed knowledge of the work undertaken by the Mail, how confident are you that there are people who have suffered reprisals directly as a result of the breach, as opposed to just occurring otherwise?
It's impossible, as Rafi says, to say definitively that they have. Certainly there are people on the list who've been punished since, but to say categorically that I'm confident, I can't. I think Person A mentioned the role of Yarmouk 60, and we know that they have been operational hunting those who worked for Britain and the West for quite a long time. And they, in recent times, have been targeting the Triples. And we know that there have been a number of instances, including the murder of the young family of a Triple who's in Germany, where 4 children were killed, I believe, and a father and a wife, including beheadings.
I think the kind of headlines that have been taken from the Rimmer report are very much like, we can't be certain that it's simply the data breach that would have caused this risk, right? I think that's a very high bar of proof, and as we said, that is nothing that we can establish. But Rimmer also says very specifically, I think it's point 49, it's not possible to conclude decisively that those individuals who were affected by the data breach would not face any additional threat, right? And I think even having additional threats, of course, is meaningful. And there are some examples also in the Rimmer report where they say, you know, if you have worked for NATO forces, it may have been known by other people already, but it may well not have been known. As Rafi said, many people kept their profession a secret because it was already risky at the time. And I think secondly, the super-injunction also, of course, makes it even more impossible for us to now establish this, right? Because if people would have been informed, I mean, it's the same if any crime would be committed. If you give people only 5 years later the details of that crime, of course they will think back about what had happened in their life and they will try to establish cause and effect.